What is up, MFs? Welcome back to the Snake Pit. This is episode 165. Today's guest is Dejay Hernandez and Lee Perez. They are the owners and operators of Rewind Tees and Gifts, which is in Plainview, Texas. It is basically a vintage store with a lot of collectibles, horror, sports, everything. Great guys, great conversation. It's always fun to get insight into the vintage world. It's a pretty big thing coming up here in Lubbock, Texas, and the surrounding areas. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and I hope you check their stuff out. I'm sure they're going to be around here and on Depop and everything. So give them your business. And if you want, you can subscribe to the Snake Pit YouTube channel for free. I would really appreciate that. And you can follow them and then follow the Snake Pit Pod on everything else. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. All right, man. Welcome to the Snake Pit. Thanks for coming, guys. Who am I sitting with? Introduce yourselves, please. Who I got here?
Dejay. I'm from Plainview. I'm from Lockney, but we always say Plainview because nobody knows where Lockney is at.
Is it near Plainview?
Yeah, it's 15 minutes out.
Oh, shit. I was thinking of a different town. Are you from there, too?
I'm from Plainview. I was born in Lockney. My family. So.
And y'all live there?
Yeah.
And you guys just opened a store. That's kind of, I didn't know that. Can you tell me about that? Is it y'all's thing? Can you tell me about
do y'all have an Instagram for it?
Yeah, it's Rewind TS. Sounds weird, but.
What's Rewind Tees?
Yeah.
Because we're about t-shirts and other stuff.
So that's y'all right there.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about this? I was going to have you on for a whole different reason.
Oh,
to be honest, because
really?
I know you like horror. We'll get into that too.
Oh yeah.
It's all connected.
Jen likes it too. So I was like, fuck it. You seem cool. And then I saw that you did this. And I was like, oh shit. So can you tell me about this? And it's located in Plainview?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Originally, he owns a studio there. So there's a sound studio, and because he plays music and everything. And it was a bar in the back. And then pretty much we've been collecting, or I've been collecting all my life. Just when I was a kid, started collecting Power Rangers and stuff like that. And I felt like now is the time to get it out there. And
a lot of memorabilia or like everything.
90s. We'll have 80s VHS movies.
Yeah, that's how I kind of seen that too. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And those are a lot more like horror themed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Were you like, huh?
I said nice.
Yeah. Have you? So it's like vintage. Have you been to some of them here? Like a lot of people have been making noise here.
We're trying to get involved. That I guess they're having something the 18th, and we're trying to put
the cast block party.
Yeah, we're trying to put a
the
booth
retro
there.
thing.
Yeah, we're trying to get a booth right now. So
damn, y'all should.
We submitted an application.
I'll have to tell Young Cry, which I don't know how much influence she has. We know the girl who's like lives there.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
So, damn, yeah, you had to do like an application.
Yeah, it's
I didn't
like
know that
questionnaire, and you got to submit some photos. So I guess they don't just have.
I don't mean any disrespect to them, but they kind of had the same people. They've had a lot of repeats, so maybe maybe they can fuck around with y'all, something new.
Oh yeah.
I would think that would be cool, but who knows? That's this weekend, right?
Also, something else, I guess, to keep your like eyes out for, since you guys are like a little more like alternative and like into like the creepy shit and the horror shit. There's the Moonlight Market.
Moonlight Market.
Yeah, that's also right down there, like where like the Caspen shit is, but that's like an oddity market, like a Wicca market. And it's like just geared to like a certain audience.
Okay.
So maybe apply to that too. There's the Krampus. They're doing the Moonlight Market this weekend. It's the Krampus.
It's the same week.
Yeah. It's like the Krampus.
It's in that same area. Have you been to that?
Yeah.
It's all like after 6 maybe.
Yeah,
because other things like 1 to 6.
1 to 6 is what I just saw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Moonlight thing is like from like 6 to 10 or something.
I think it's. Yeah, cool.
I would
is there
say
a flyer or anything for that?
Pull it up, please. It's a cast block party. I would say like, and when it comes to art, that's like the best. Like in that area, like it's really cool. Everything's like there's bars, there's little areas like when they do like First Friday or these. It's really like prime because everything's in that area.
So there's that.
I don't know about the Moonlight thing.
Then there's the Moonlight.
I didn't even know they had an Instagram. Damn.
Oh, okay. They have.
Yep. But yeah, no, and they have like really cool vendors that do like
Hey, can you
taxidermy.
go up to that
and shit
one
like
picture of that little devil? That was a cool picture.
The
I like that.
Krampus.
Is that what that is?
that. Yep.
So that's like a legit story. Like he eats children.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have all seen the movie. I haven't.
I
but-
haven't seen
Well, because you know how like here it's like, don't be naughty or you won't get gifts. In like
So
Germany,
it's like a nice elf on the shelf kind of thing.
no, like in Germany,
But it's an evil version of that.
Yeah.
literally in Germany, it's like if you don't act right, Krampus is gonna eat you. He's gonna eat your bones, type shit.
Did you like the movie?
That was cool. It was funny.
Did you like it?
It was a comedy.
Well, there's the
Huh.
Christmas Story. That's a kind of bases off of Santa Claus and Krampus. It's kind of both of them. So you might want to check that one out.
What's
you-
Christmas Story?
Yeah. What is it?
The
They
old
had it
one?
on Netflix. No, it's a.
Oh,
It's
well,
on
you're
Net-
saying
it's a horror-
a Christmas story.
it's a
That's
Christmas-
well, that's what the other one's called, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess both of
So you got
them.
me confused. Like, man. Oh, but there's a new one on Netflix called A Christmas.
Well, it's
Story.
a couple of years back.
Oh.
Was it pretty
I
good?
need a fact check on that.
No, well, the thing is like I'm not a big horror guy.
Oh no.
He's the big horror guy, so I'm like, well,
I want to say
I don't know.
There's a bit of a delay.
Oh yeah, the Christmas story. Horror
Christmas horror
story.
keyword horror.
Not even. Oh, I could.
2015.
The Dead Meat podcast was talking about that. He was going to do one, I think, over this. Which makes sense. It's the holidays.
Oh, so it's Krampus versus Claus.
It's not.
It's
It's not versus.
That's what it makes it
It
look
looks like it. Yeah.
He's like, hey, I'll
you
watch
seen
that movie.
No, there you go. There's one for you to watch. Now, are you like her and you watch horror movies as like a comfort thing? Would you say?
As a comfort? I mean, I just put
Like,
it
if you got
on.
background music, is it horror movie?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's-
Like what I do is like I subscribe to Shudder. And
Sponsor us,
you know
please.
how like when you get on the Shudder like on TV, it's like they've got like 3 streaming like channels.
Mhm.
It's usually on Slashix.
Okay.
And so that's just kind of background noise for me. Lately it's been Office because you and I've been watching The Office. But-
Don't be telling people that. On this.
Right, wow.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, no.
So are you
usually
like that
it's-
though? You
Well, I go to like to the free like Tubi and
Tubi has some good horror
but you're always, but
movies.
like it's in the background when you're
Yeah.
just chilling.
I enjoy it, but
Yeah.
even if I'm not watching it, I know what's going on in the.
Oh yeah, he's good at that. Like the story, I'm like, how did you figure? I was like, I don't know, but I'm not the horror expert. I'm more like Storage Wars in the background.
Uh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's my vibe. That's
my
on
shit's
Peacock.
right now. It's the yeah, because I have Peacock. Right
Yeah.
now it's the Office. It'll switch to something else.
Oh, actually, it's not on Peacock. It's that other one, freaking Pluto. I'm on Pluto. That's what it is.
It's too many of them.
Yeah, the Pluto's my jam because it's got Ink Master, it's got Storage Wars,
Mhm.
it's a bunch of weird reality shows. But it's all about like, what does this cost? What is this worth? Finding something out there, being aware of what to look for when you're, trying to find.
That's what you guys
good
do,
things.
right?
Yeah, it's good. So it's like I'm actually, thinking about it. I'm watching it, and then we go and we live it, and it's like, well, and then we always say things like that sometimes, like, I don't know.
So tell me a little bit about this store. How long has it been open? How long has the idea been there? Have you guys always wanted to do it? Or is it the market just right? What's going on, man? Tell me about it. I'm interested.
I don't know. I guess it's a little bit of all those things.
All of it.
Because it's mainly, he's my cousin. We're cool. Back in the day, we'd always come around with the toys or the video games and all that, like a lot of kids did. But then, of course, growing apart. But with the whole with the COVID thing, he moved back in this area, so we were just doing it just for fun. Like we were just like, hey man, let's hang out, let's do something. Well, let's go to Lubbock, let's go to all the Goodwills, let's go to all the thrift stores, let's go to the
okay.
Council of the Blind, and we would just drive around and
Sick.
Damn.
be looking around for stuff.
God, I love her.
Me too. I love this era of her.
Sorry.
No, for sure. That's what
She's,
it's all about.
She's my first love ever.
Yeah,
She was like one of my first idols. Her and Brody Dell,
I don't know. Sorry.
both of them. I
She,
loved them.
oh, I love her. But like, so you, when it comes to like getting your stuff, obviously, I'm sure you have secrets, but do you have like secret spots or you just? Because do you guys have other jobs besides this? So on your days
Yes.
off, when you're doing like you're shopping around and stuff
Just
like that?
hobbies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely are like blue collar warehouse workers. So we,
Yeah.
The Walmart one?
yeah, so we work
Hey,
to
good guess, huh?
play
Yeah, that
to
was a
work,
good
you
guess.
know, I mean, but yeah, so it's
Physical
like,
work.
yeah, a lot of physical work, a lot of time being spent in the, commercial vibe of Walmart. And so whenever we kind of come to these thrift stores and we have our own stuff, it's kind of like bringing it back to like local shopping and, retro shopping. And that's kind of like, the vibes that we're trying to put out there, because it's all positive vibes on that end, but I mean, it's our hobby, it's our life, it's what we do,
Yeah, and then also we're the T-shirt. We're trying to create. Even if we find a shirt that we like and we think that we can make something different out of it, or like bleaching it, dyeing it.
Oh, you're doing some of that too?
Yeah.
What is that called?
Like repurposing.
Yeah, repurposing.
Yeah, repurposing. We're trying to do that. But we're not trying to ruin things that do have, maybe value. So I guess that's another thing. People are repurposing stuff that have value, and it's making it less value. We're not doing that. So
I used to hate that, but now I'm like, you know what? Good for you. If you're gonna do that and make it yours and never sell it again, do it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because I was gonna have another. There's people on a store right here. It's Next Generation Vintage. I was gonna have them on, but they had to do reschedule, which I get. What makes something like, at what year is it vintage? I want to know that.
Well, I don't know. Well, because I guess in our store, we kind of have different classifications. So it's not like,
Okay.
but it's like we'll have something that's like more of a retro vibe. So like, let's say that's stuff that you could go find at TJ Maxx or Walmart or whatever, or to be like a Nirvana shirt or something. It's like, oh, that's just retro. But then you can go find like the actual rare things, or like, this is legit vintage. My bad. And that's, 25 plus or 20 plus? Like,
Yeah, if you had to put a year on it, what would you put?
because I mean, it's like cars. It was like classic is like,
60s, 70s, I think it's classic. But
what is from the year? Like
I guess
20,
kind of people have a
25,
different definition.
30, 40.
yeah, I mean,
There probably is a real definition, and I guess like in our classification, it's like, well, this is legit.
Well, I'm gonna ask you every time we have a vintage shop owner on here, because there's
Yeah.
quite a few that I like.
Well,
I'm gonna ask them.
they might be
So-
more, no one's volunteer, than we are, but we're kind of getting into it. We're kind of just playing by our own rules and making up our own things, because it's not like a new game. You know what I mean? And it's been around, and it's like been around in like big cities for a really, really long time. So we know we're not like reinventing the wheel. We're just, like you said, putting our own spin on it and letting people know, like, hey man, this is cool if you're into it.
Is there something like this in Plainview, or are you guys like kind of the first?
No, I mean, there's antique stores, there's thrift stores. I mean, it's all there. But I think that's the thing that we're trying to get
But not
people
like
to
the vibe
understand.
you guys
Yeah.
have.
Because I mean, it's like, it's a little bit of picking, it's a little bit of finding, it's a little bit of our own personal collection, because we've thrown a lot of that in there too. So I think at times it's kind of weird, because like, I had this when I was a kid. Let's just sell it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And it's just like, hey,
It's like our
why
era,
not?
I guess that's vintage now. It's
Yeah.
like, damn.
Yeah. So it's like we're just like reliving it all over again, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess that's also like what like defines like vintage too, is just kind of like a callback to an era that you missed or that you wanted to go through, like the Gwen
Yeah.
Stefani thing. Like
Damn, that
as a
was cool.
child,
That was cool.
Yeah.
that was my bitch. I fucking loved Gwen Stefani, but that's just a callback to
Still
an
love
era.
her.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, I'm thinking right now, we're talking about this. I'm like, I have 2 tubs at my parents' house full of my old high school and middle school like
Yeah.
band shirts with like Avenged Sevenfold, Papa Roach, and like a
Yeah, but
train.
Would you ever sell
shit.
those?
I don't know, because like
I don't think you should.
It's tough.
I have like just cool fucking things that I know would not be made today. You know what I mean?
You could pass those down.
Like I have shit I bought at Hot Topic that could probably be culture appropriation or like racist now. You know what I mean?
but it's cool that you have it. I mean, when you got
Yeah,
it.
it's one of those things of just kind of like I have it and it just survived, and I didn't fuck with it. I didn't stain it. It's in a bin because
Exactly.
it was a phase.
That's kind of
you
like
know,
my
or
uncles. My
whatever.
uncles grew up like in the 90s and the late 80s, or in the 90s, and they bought those shirts to wear it. Like
Yeah.
they needed a shirt to go to school. Like and he's like, yeah, I still have them, but I'm not giving them to you. I was like, all right, cool, man, thanks. He's like,
They
I'm
are
gonna
really
give 'em to
into
you.
their shirts.
Yeah.
Those older guys, because
Yeah.
there's a guy that works at one of the local grocery stores, and he's like, man, it could be a museum, everything I have. I'm like, well, and that's would be cool too. That's one of my goals. Like, hey man, we'll bring it over here. We'll just let everybody see it. Whatever. But that's the thing. I mean, we're trying to fill something that's not there. Like you said, in Plainview, it's not
Mhm.
there. There's nothing there for people, for kids, just to find. And that was our only thing. That's what we love doing. Let's go find some VHS. Let's find some cassettes. And that's kind of what we're trying to get other people into. And it's just kind of getting rid of the stuff that we found. That we're just like,
Was that like, how long has your like own personal? Because I've seen yours. I don't know if I've never like seen yours, so I'm asking him like, how long have you been collecting? And it was your ever any idea of selling it?
I mean, I'm trying to think of the earliest thing that I've collected. It's been, I mean, I've always kind of held on to certain things, and I've just kept it at home, and I can't really. It's I haven't. A lot of the stuff I still haven't pulled out to get rid of it yet. I guess it's still there. I was big into Batman when I was a kid, so I have a lot of old Batman.
I have an old Batman toy. Have you seen it?
I think you have
with the Joker.
It to me.
It's pretty cool.
The
I
Joker?
just bought it. Yeah, my friend had it, and he had a garage sale, and I was like, "Can I have it?" Because I like the Joker, so I just fucking got it. I'm sure it's worth something, but I would never sell it. You know, I think about it like because I used to collect baseball memorabilia. I've been trying to get back into it, and I'm like thinking about all this shit I have in my room. I'm like, you know, I don't think I'd ever sell it. I don't think I could get rid of it, and I don't even look at it. I'm just,
but it's like almost like sentimental.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm thinking. Like, at what point do you differentiate? Like, okay, this is for business and this is for me.
That's what we struggle with.
I mean, I think that's the eternal struggle. Because, like, if you scroll over where there was those two guys that were holding that Mortal Kombat, that was one.
Those my dogs.
Yeah, this one right here. Oh, this corner here. Or there's a picture of just the poster itself. But that's one of those things that's kind of like, yeah, that was okay. Cool. Let's go look at the tubs and see what I have, and let's kind of like get some merch in the store. I pulled that out, and I'm like, oh man, I hadn't seen this. I hadn't had it up. So do I really have emotional ties to it? How much is it really worth? Would it be better in somebody else's? I mean, because that was huge. It was huge, and original, folded, never opened in like 2030. Because this is like from '94, probably. It's like, well, it's Mortal Kombat 2, but
did you buy this? Like you bought that thing?
Originally, I mean, well, yeah, like I said, I mean, growing up, like I bought that original poster because it was like in the Game Pro, or I think it's Game Pro. Yeah, Game Pro magazine. So magazines back, there's these things that used to come out back in the day called magazines. It was actual paper, and they had posters in there, and that was one, and it was super huge. So I don't know. It's just things like that.
That's really cool.
Like, what is the value, But I'm the kind of way, I don't know if you're like this, but it's like, I would want someone else to enjoy it.
Exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I feel, because I'm enjoying it, I enjoyed it, and somebody else finds something, like if they go into the shop and they find something and they want it, and maybe it's a price that it's too high for them, and they talk to us like, I really want this, cool, we'll work with you on it if you really want it. But we do have people that come in there like, oh, well, I can go find this somewhere else, or you're always going to get that. But it's like, okay, we'll try to find it.
Yeah.
Is that hard? Like establishing prices for like your items, especially because with you like collecting VHS collecting is not what it used to be. Like I remember I used to be able to go thrift and like just get super cheap shit, or if I could go online and find super cheap VHS tapes. Now it's like you're spending, on principle, I will never, but people will spend 50, 70, 80, $100 on a rare VHS tape.
He's that person.
But it's like the influx of like, it just fucking spiked within a year.
This is making me rethink all my years of collecting baseball. And I'm thinking like, is
it hard?
I wouldn't
like establishing pricing, knowing like how fucked it is, just wanting to collect something that you love. You know what I mean?
It sucks.
So, but also shit has to be paid.
Yeah, because there's like a new thing on the VHS right now. It's because I'm in a lot of groups, and I've been in groups for a while, sealed VHS for some reason it's worth
clamshells.
It's worth so much now, and back then it wasn't worth. I mean, it's just worth $1 or $2, but now people are putting grading values on there now, and it's like taking it to a level where a lot of these people don't even watch what they collect. It's just they just have it for the clout.
It's just it's mostly a clout game, but it's just because it's a love game. It's like you said, you see something, you want it, you need it, you gotta have it, and we're just trying to put those things out there for people to have or to see or to have that connection with that item. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm that way.
Yeah, I mean, there's VHS that I'm not ever going to get rid of because I plan to make like a movie room and just to bring back that when he went to the video store or Hastings, I miss Hastings a lot. But you go in there, you look at the cover, and I remember being a kid and I was scared, like looking at it, and I was like, my dad would make me freaking watch all these horror movies, and I guess that's where the love for it came from.
I was going to ask you that, actually, because I'm always interested. I guess because I'm just being around Jen so much, I always wondered where people's like love for horror comes from.
Yeah.
And that's what I was going to, like, where's the interest?
On that? Well, it started from Tales from the Crypt. I actually have a big tattoo on my leg of it. My dad would call me in. He'd be like, come watch this with me. And he would pop out. I don't know if you know the intro to the Tales from the Crypt or if you ever watched it.
He just like rises up and he's like laughing.
Yeah. He like has that.
I'm familiar with the look, but I haven't seen that.
But yeah, that he would always scare me with that. And then just watching all the 80s horror movies. He was into them, and he was always a big movie person. And I always had nightmares, but I eventually got over it.
Do you not have nightmares anymore? Or is it just kind of like all this weird twisted stuff? Because I don't. That's why I don't watch horror movies, because I don't want those thoughts in my mind or these ideas. Like, I just don't want that. So
I don't know. I haven't really had nightmares anymore. But
really, do you grow out of nightmares? Have you had a nightmare in a long? I don't know if I've had a nightmare in a long time.
I have nightmares, but at this point, it's like I just go back to sleep.
Yeah, you're like, okay, well, I'm still alive.
I'm like, okay, I'm awake.
I guess you just know how to get over them better.
I don't know.
Everybody has their own nightmare.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily.
I was just going to say, my nightmare is my definition of a nightmare might not be the same as yours, because mine are fucking weird.
It's like school day.
Yeah. I was getting lost. I was hearing my parents talk. Sorry, I wasn't really listening. I was zoning out, my bad, because they're freaking talking loud, but whatever. What were we saying? Oh, nightmares? Yeah.
It was cool, though. It was cool, because I could hear in the background. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like we were somewhere. That's awesome. But no, like for real, like I don't know. I haven't, but that's what I mean.
But your interest in that's what comes from, like your dad.
Yeah, I guess. And then I would get scared, and just that feeling. I don't know. I can't explain the feeling of being scared, even though if it's not real, or it could be real. Or
now, do you guys have any ghost stories?
Not really.
None of that.
Is it a jump scare, or is it like more of like the actual? Because that's what I always ask.
Well,
like,
the spiritual stuff. It's like
there's a level
spiritual
of
shit scares the shit out of me.
yeah. There's like the gore, the spiritual, the jump scares, the tension, all that suspense. I guess they call it.
Yeah.
Nothing really scares me more than that spiritual shit. Or like Native American shit, like that. Shit.
Like, I don't fuck with this. I'm out.
I don't.
It could really happen. Right?
That's what I'm saying. I don't fuck with that shit. You got any stories though you want to tell us?
I'm trying to think of some. I mean, my parents' house. My relatives live beside my parents, and they say that there's always like a black object jumping on the roof of our house or my parents' house.
Have you ever seen it?
I haven't really saw anything but my grandpa went to our house one time, and he was saying something about the house, because a part of our house was moved. Kind of hard to explain, but it was half of a house that we moved, and we combined it with my parents' current house. And supposedly that part of the house was, I guess, possessed or haunted or whatever. And because we went to go move it from its location, underneath it was a big hole, and there was like all these dead animal carcasses underneath, like in a hole.
You never thought it was.
We were just like, me and my dad were there because I would always help him all the time with our house, and we looked at it, and he was just like, "Nah, it's nothing." I was like, "All right," and but my grandpa was talking about the house, like, "Oh, this is not, this house isn't good or whatever," and then the doors would just slam in front of him every time he would try to enter our house, and it was just him though. It wouldn't
nobody else.
Yeah, and I don't know. My family is always saying that there's something over there, but
I've stayed there.
Huh?
I've stayed there. I haven't seen anything or felt anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
my neighbor's house is haunted.
It's Plainview. Is that where
I live. My parents live in Lockney, but
Lockney.
Yeah.
Is it a little bit more out in the woodsy area, like the outdoors?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is like Plainview or like Lockney like known for being spooky? Are there like
the devil's been there?
I don't know. It's
He's been to all small towns.
Yeah, because it's that bar story.
Yeah.
He's
like,
been to
where-
all the violence.
Exactly. Because there's one called Pete's there, and he's been there. I've been there.
Maybe he really has.
Well, I don't know. That's the story, you know.
He is a ladies' man.
You never can tell, but yeah, that's the kind of vibe that I don't know. I guess that's why for me it's like I've already heard it enough because I don't know.
Have you
Because there's
seen
never been a
anything?
movie. We should make a movie about that. The devil at the dance club at the freaking.
There hasn't been one like that?
I don't know.
There
Even
you go.
know.
There's your short film.
There's the short film.
Damn, we have to.
Well, because it was the legs of a chicken.
Yeah, they seen his hoofed feet or whatever. Some
Something.
shit like that.
Little chicken.
Then he jumped out the window. And
Yeah, smelled real bad. Was dancing with all the chicks.
those stories used to scare me.
They did. They scared me a lot.
But
That's why I'm not into the horror. And that's what's funny about the store because it's like I'm there and I'm like, well, you know, because we have like a couple TV VCRs there that we throw on and we'll just throw movies throughout, like you said, background. And then I'll be like, nah, man, I'm putting like Ninja Turtles or something, some cartoons or something not so heavy because there's a lot of horror there.
I have a lot that I don't know how to distribute. Well, I don't want to put it because I guess
Because we've gotten a lot of like really great like B horror movies that are rare
Oh yeah,
at like Goodwill.
Like I'm looking at that Hellhole VHS.
Oh yeah, all those.
Yeah, that
I
was
have
click on it.
I was gifted a few years ago the laser disc version of Hellhole.
Do you have a laser
I
plate? or-
don't.
Oh.
It's just
What's a
it's,
laser? What is that?
It was a form of fucking.
It's a
Watch
huge
shit.
CD.
Yeah, it's a huge-
It's
the
like a
same as,
pizza
like-
size CD, I guess,
yeah,
right?
It's literally it looks like a vinyl.
Hey, look, you
Mhm.
comment on it.
Yeah, literally. Shout out Hellhole because I was just shook.
All that I found at
God damn it.
don't go there.
Yeah, don't go there. I was
damn
trying
it.
not to say that.
I'm gonna bleep it out. for
Literally,
you.
I was like,
Bleep it out.
I was
The
not
place that
saying
used
them.
to be the spot was the Council of the Blind.
Used
Yes.
to be.
God,
Yeah.
Used to be.
Used to be. It got
But
fucking picked
I
through so
know.
fast.
I had to. I actually that bag right there.
Oh.
Actually, because I don't know when you go. Or when you go to the store there.
We'll zoom in. We'll
All
bleep it
right,
out
if you
again.
go to the store there and you
You're like, when you
have
go to the store in
travel
Slayton.
light.
Yeah.
Travel light. And I carried that bag and I was like, and I hit that sweet spot and I was just like, just started throwing them in my bag.
Do you think
like-
somebody had a collection and they got rid of
That's
it?
what it
Yeah.
is.
Or-
Seems like
That's
it.
what it
That's
is.
usually
Yeah, or
how it
old-
happens because you'll see like a block of them.
And they'll
and
die.
It's all horror.
And
It's
then they'll
all
donate 'em.
sci-fi.
Man, this one's the New York Ripper is pretty brutal. Like,
Giallo. That is a brutal one. That's a good one. That's fucking. Who is
I
it?
knew you would like this because I knew
Is-
you would know this stuff.
Fuck. Who is it?
But that's that Fangoria, that freaking.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard that.
Are you talking
name.
about the director of New York Ripper?
Yeah. It's not Fauci.
Well, you do have Google right there. Sorry.
I'm
She's like, I'm trying to use my Google mind.
Literally.
I don't know who it is either.
But yeah, and that's what we're saying too. Like, it's not a secret. It's not a secret to what we're doing, and it's not a science. It's just really
Fulci.
when you're there.
It is Fulci.
Mm-hmm. It's
All right,
Fulci.
man. I'm gonna say this: New York Ripper would be a cool serial killer name.
Oh, it was a
I
cool
think
serial
that's-
killer movie.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is it right?
Oh well, that would be a cool one. I'm not
Jesse and the
saying
Rippers?
anything,
Yeah.
but that's a cool one. Damn. I wish I knew. I wish I was more into this because there seems to be a huge fan base for it.
You're like, and you'd be the one that's like, I mostly deal in sealed because I don't watch them. Like that would be me because I'm like, I don't want to watch this stuff, dude. Because I had bought some for him and I had it in my closet, and I was like, come get this stuff. I don't want this in my house for too long because, who knows?
Do you
'cause-
think you bring it to your house when you watch that stuff or have it?
Well, that's what I was gonna say because does it carry onto the items? Is that the vibe, the vintage game, the retro game, like
You're bringing everything
with it,
I don't know.
the energies,
So
Basket case.
so crazy how much different what is that, like the cover
Yeah, he's
art
the
is
one that
different than the
has-
actual.
yeah, you don't
than the
get that
actual.
anymore.
Oh yeah, he's like, I gotta have 3 ways.
Well, if you watch it, you're like, oh my god, is not from a guy who's not into it. Would be like, that looks kind of cool, and then you watch it, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, they're the cheesier. The
Yeah.
better.
The cheesier the better.
Yeah,
The acting.
like Toxic Avenger, all those. I mean, I love that shit too.
Just anything campy.
Yeah.
Those are like the popular ones too. Honestly, the campier ones.
I don't even know if we have a VHS player in this house.
And that's the thing. I mean, a lot of people say that because we have vinyl, we have VHS, but we're like, well, cassettes. But we also sell the players too.
Yeah, we also
VHS players,
too.
cassette players,
Oh, cool. That's-
How
vinyls.
cool.
I mean, like it's just like what
Is the player itself like sought after like the old ones, or
I think.
you know
Yeah, I
what
mean,
I'm saying, or
the
not?
combos, maybe I don't know.
Well, the
Depends.
combos kind of, I would say from my own personal, like the combos are hard because you have the DVD and the VHS. Usually the VHS will go out and I'll eat a tape. So I don't like to put mine in the combos. Yeah, it's nicer because you have the DVD, but I would just go straight.
just straight VHS.
Yeah, it's like Sony is the
Midwest
brand that I
video.
like. And I have a remote that I have like 4 or 5 Sonys and they all use the same remote. So
Yeah, and then like I said, we have the TV VCR combos too, and I was like still kicking, but it's just luck of the draw. I guess it's just out there, searching and being there, finding stuff, looking. Because I mean, when you say baseball stuff, like what kind of baseball stuff are you talking? Like just cards or posters or jerseys or?
Not so much like jerseys. A lot of cards, baseball, signed baseballs.
That's
some
cool.
posters, some comic books actually.
Yeah.
Jackie Robinson comic books that I
Oh,
imagine
wow.
are worth a penny, but I'm never gonna
Right.
get rid of
It's one of
them.
those things.
I
But I mean,
couldn't.
eventually, it's going to have to go somewhere eventually, I guess.
To
That's
my
what we
kids. Well,
said.
my dad gave me those, which started the journey for me. So I imagine
okay.
I would have a little interest in giving them to my kids if I had a son who was interested in it. Because if
Yeah.
not, then I'm like, fuck that. It's going with me to the grave because that shit's too valuable for me. Mm-mm. If you don't want it, it's mine.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it again, all that fun of just looking for cards and shit.
It becomes addicting because there was a phase before we did this that we were trying to do the minimalist thing. We told
get
each
rid of
other,
everything.
we're going to get rid of everything. We're not going to be so cluttered. We're not going to go to Goodwill or the thrift stores and find
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
We're just going to like declutter and get rid of things and stop buying movies and stuff.
yeah, you're giving out my
I've seen some.
No.
I'll bleep it out. I'll bleep it out.
giving out my connects.
I'll bleep them all out.
No, like
it's-
dog- man, they have
Like 5 movies in one type things or whatever.
No, they have like good films that are. I mean, $1
Yeah.
Blu-ray, even horror
$1,
movies. Like,
But that's just
man.
becoming, it's like your borderline, what's that word? When you're hoarding stuff.
I'm like, I have
Oh,
a
yeah.
confession. When I was like 16, I got the Curious Cabinet of Dr. Caligari for $1 at fuck. Yeah.
What?
Like, you'll find cool shit. Yeah.
And that's that
Is
joke
that a
on the
confession?
Portlandia, right?
Yeah,
Why is that a confession? I'm not understanding. Is it just
Because it's like, I have also fucking.
because you shot there? Is that what you're saying?
I have
What- wait,
struck
is it
gold
re-
like that.
Is it
It's
referencing
just random.
the Portlandia skit that they had? That Portlandia skit where they had it where she was like, they had to keep passing it on to the next person.
no.
Dr. Caligari, yeah. Okay.
I
I'm
do
too
like
into
that
it.
show. Though.
I'm too into it because that's the
Yeah.
thing. I'm more into TV shows. He's more into horror, so it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good balance because like people come and they're like, oh, I might have more artwork like comic book artwork or like sports memorabilia
So
that I'm willing to get rid of the
Yeah.
cowboy stuff, and then he can bring some other things to the table. So having a partner that we kind of know each other but at the same time
We have
are
different-
different.
Yeah.
It's like it's a whole dichotomy to the store, to our website, to our pop-ups, and it's been really fun. It's been tough at times as far as like wondering if the time is worth it, if the effort is worth it. But I mean, it's timeless and priceless to like, get to spend it with someone that you're, family with and having a good time doing it, right?
What are you
think?
guys
Yeah.
store hours looking like?
Well,
It just varies.
Oh,
man.
is it- it's not-
originally, because of our work schedule, we would work 3 days and have 4 days off, and we were on the same schedule. But now it's different. I work during the week and I have weekends off, so we're gonna try to get a Saturday going. So Saturday
day.
from probably.
Oh, you guys are on Depop too? Well,
Well, we haven't posted
You have a
anything yet.
page.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
Yeah.
just wanted to. I wanted to lock in the name,
understand.
but we're going to try to put more stuff online because we know a lot of people are not going to go to Plainview, and that's why we're making the effort to come to
to these things over here.
Yeah, try to do that.
Hopefully we can get you in.
And
We can help you out.
Yeah.
I say that like I have clout or something. But I probably can get you into that calf thing, man. I think maybe.
But I guess we don't know what what is allowed and what not, because I do have the horror stuff that we're trying to slip in, but some people are like, no, we don't want those, or that's too. I don't know. We've come across a couple of things like that, like some of the things that I brought.
Like censorship almost, you're saying?
Like I'm saying, I'm pretty sure that Moonlight Market will be a better fit because at that Moonlight Market they sell like wet specimens, taxidermy, shit like that.
Yeah,
so it really is like aimed towards that demographic. Okay.
I'm definitely gonna have to look into it
for sure. That sounds like a really cool thing. It's just I don't know. What is a wet specimen?
A wet specimen is like the animals in jars.
No! A
lot of people collect them.
Is it real? Like, was it real?
Yeah, it's real.
I have a wet specimen in my house. Have you seen the rattlesnake head in my house?
The snake pit.
Those are pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I like those. Those look really cool.
Two-headed rat or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
A third toe.
Just like a growth in there.
Yeah. Like, no, that's just Crohn's.
Would you ever, like, if you could, would you ever, like, a human cadaver in your store? Like, if you ever came across one?
What?
We buy similar traits, I don't know.
Man, I don't know.
If people think it's fake, but it's real, it's a real human skull.
No, I'm not like that.
That sounds like some real. That sounds like some real. That's what I said. Maybe legality.
Possibly.
That sounds like some real horror shit, man. I don't know. Fuck, I'm just thinking.
Do y'all have like certain clients? Like, I guess, do you guys have clients that are like, can y'all help me find this?
Hey,
or
can you tell us all your secrets, please?
Yeah, right.
No, not that's
just kidding.
Well,
I think that's
like some people.
yeah.
It's like you like build a relationship and you're like, I've been really fucking looking for this.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm trying to learn more about what you like, because it's like, okay, what can I find or what do I have that I can interest you in and throw your way, and that's kind of the way that you kind of have to feel about it, because like we might go to the store and we will find some cool stuff and I'll be like, this dude was crazy about it. Baseball, and Diamondbacks. I mean, I don't know what your favorite team is.
The Gremlins.
Yeah.
I like the Gremlins a lot. Some throwback stuff right there.
Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, that's the thing that we say. We speak it into positivity because I'm like, I'm old school wrestling, 90s, 2000s. I'm like, let's find some wrestling stuff. I hope we do. That's what I want to find. We speak
What I think is big right now is Harley Davidson.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of people are getting that a lot. Or Marlboro.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people like Marlboro too.
You're
I'm just
right
saying,
on that, man.
I've seen a lot of people.
Camel, not so much yet, but maybe they'll have
a huge Harley Davidson collection too.
Really?
Because my dad gave me his Harley, so he collected from all the '90s all the way till now, and he has like hundreds of shirts.
Does he have a hard time getting rid of those?
Well, yeah. Well, he gave me like his older ones. He gave them to me, and I'm gonna keep them forever. So, but it's hard for him to get rid of his leather jackets and.
Those are cool.
Yeah,
those are really badass.
Yeah, but I mean, he'd give me one every once in a while. Like, hey, you want that? I'm like, yeah. Like,
well, that's the big thing about it is, I mean, I guess I'm not that kind of person where like I have to have a Harley if I'm gonna have a Harley stuff,
You want the Harley stuff with the Harley? Or?
Yeah. No, not with it, but I'm saying like I'm not gonna like come in sporting a Harley shirt and then like
if you're gonna be about it, you're gonna be about it.
I want to be about it. I just don't want to have it.
Yeah.
Like I'm just weird like that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Like Hard Rock Cafe, only if I've been there,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I feel about wearing band tees. Yeah. Like I don't care if it was made at Walmart. I got to be able to like say I saw him or listen to him,
Yeah.
You're going to get tested on the street.
I thought about it.
Hey, I'm ready for that.
What's the second album?
I'm ready for that one. Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was like, are they going to question I felt like? Because someone did ask me, like, do you like go here? I'm like, really? You're going to ask me that?
I know.
You're going to question, like, you just find these anywhere, I guess.
Walmart has been putting out some good shit, though. I think. I mean,
apparently it's really bad fast fashion, but
it is.
Shit is good. The shit is good.
Like $7 shirts that are.
Yeah.
I mean, they may not last as long as you can see the quality of it, but damn, $7 and Shit.
And that's
I'ma
kind of the
buy it.
vibe.
I don't care if it's a penny. I'm buying that bitch.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Nah,
like-
but I was just saying. I mean, I get the point of it, and I think that's kind of why we do the rewind thing, or we try to, because I mean, yeah, the fast fashion and the industry and the waste that is created. I mean, I do think about that. I mean, we do think about that, and it's like, you know, like we said, I'd rather it be somewhere that someone could appreciate it rather than just tossing it or throwing it or not using it. I mean, you know, because there's stuff that he'll give me and I'll give him, or we'll just trade stuff because it's like it's better than throwing it away. But yeah, it's definitely an issue for me. And I think the further we go along, as far as when we have the store and more of the topics of like what we want to introduce and be positive about, because we do want to, you know, do, you know, community outreach and, you know, positive things for the community and the world. And that is a good topic about that, is the fast fashion aspect of life. As far as like, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. We live it because we work in the warehouse. You know what I mean? Ooh. So we're there. So it's like, it's like full circle for me.
They're going to come after me.
I mean, it's full circle. It's just like, man, I'm like in this whole aspect of like life is just, anything's just worth what people are going to pay for. You know what I mean? Like, what is it worth? How much is it worth to you?
Mm-hmm. Like everything has a price type shit.
Yeah.
Because that's, like we said, that's the things that we're finding or we have, or what would you get rid of? What would you trade?
Jen, you got to keep this conversation going. I got to pee.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
What would you do if you had to pee?
Quit talking so long.
Wanted us to keep talking. No, I don't know. But I think the creative aspect too, like, we're artists, so we create. We also do our own printing and
no way
designing and stuff, logos and stuff.
Do you guys have anything on here like that, or not yet?
There should.
Well, like if you go even to the collages, there's our shirts in there. For instance,
well, like the AC/DC stuff, we did that.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's something that we self bleach. But then, like the Rewind tees are in that one, and the Rick and Morty one. That's our one of our logos. And then this one had the Cheech and Chong one has another one of our logos in there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm noticing.
Well, I guess, and then we have some other things that we have made.
Yeah, nice.
That we'll show y'all later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and the addition to the Gwen Stefani, I'm getting rid of JT, Justin Timberlake, in Sync doll.
How cool.
The no strings attached. So
yeah. You'd be
That's
surprised how many people have stuff and they're like, well, I've had it forever. And it seems like you would want it. So they come in and they're like, what can I get? Or they just like, you know what? They donate stuff to us. And
yeah.
So
yeah.
That's pretty cool too.
That's so fucking cool. Yeah, this is so fucking cool. Have you seen lately, because like the whole Travis Scott shit is like happening right now on TikTok, people are like making like videos of them boxing their Travis Scott shit and they're like, see you in 20 years.
Why?
To sit on it or to like make
to sit on it, or
yeah, people are putting like his people are putting like his merch in boxes, his albums in boxes, any like anything. They're just kind of boxing it.
But that's the thing that
to resell later.
But that's the thing. That's where you have the oversaturation. That's where you have it's not unique because everybody did it type of vibe, you know? And that's why a lot of things do gain value. Like you said, VHSs, and then that's why some things lose their value because it's just how much is out there, and do people really want to fuck with that anymore? You know.
So I have another question. Okay, so if you guys are like into like vintage and like like finding like vintage shirts or whatever, I guess like something else that's like really popular, I guess right now is like stores like Graveyard Goods, which is like one of my favorites. They will do like
Krampus,
like vintage. Like
oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Bootlegs.
Yeah,
bootlegs. Is that kind of a pain in the ass too, or does that just kind of not really affect y'all yet?
You kind of have to fly under the radar for that.
That's what I wondered. We questioned.
For example, like that's an acacia stain, but like this store got really big because they made the typo negative bootlegs, because you know how the typo negative shirts were like super rare.
Yeah, and their merch store sucks.
What?
I tried to get a shirt for you for Christmas, but their shirts.
Because it's literally like, it's a release and that's it. It's very limited. Whatever they have is what they have. But
have you shot from here?
Oh, fucking all the time.
Where you get your stuff from?
I'm trying to find their typo negative shit.
Can't move.
I mean, I just don't know what the legalities are.
They would do like mock-ups like this.
That's why we were like,
You know what I mean? So is that kind of like hard? Like, I guess
I like bootlegs.
We walk the line.
I
on
buy
that. We just
bootlegs
don't
all the
know.
time because
Yeah.
there's no way I'm going to spend $300 on a typo negative shirt.
Maybe like the legalities. It seems
Yeah,
like after
that's-
maybe after certain years, the trademark's over. You know.
Well, I mean, that's how it is with certain things.
Isn't
I don't
it
know if
right?
it's for designing.
I don't know. About because sometimes they'll hold it until somebody's able to get a release, and that's when they release the official merchandise for it.
yeah.
But I don't know if they can come after everybody because there's a lot of people doing bootlegs. Of,
Maybe it's
you'd be
not even-
surprised. Like
Maybe it's not even like illegal. Maybe you can.
Yeah.
I mean, because we've done our fair share of that, but it's like maybe remix or
not to turn ourselves in, but
yeah.
because
But for
there's
our
a shirt that I
personal
want,
use.
and I just like, you know what, I'll make it. I'm not gonna pay $300, so I guess I'll make that shirt.
But we put no, I'm not. Well, you're saying you really going copy to copy, but he says he's made me some like shirts, and it's like okay, that's the band name, that's another different logo, so it's like his own spin on it. That's like okay, well yeah, I'll rock that.
That shirt's pretty cool.
Yeah, they have like really cool shit. They had a really cool It Follows variant for a little bit.
Can't wait till they bootleg snake pit shirts.
I know they're just like they make like really cool
Yeah,
shit.
do we want to? Since we're talking about the shirts we make and then Snake Pit shirts, we want to throw the gift out there to him.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
When do we open these?
Yeah.
Can we open them?
Yeah,
Can we open it?
that's what I'm saying. The segue.
As a segue to
Oh my god.
oh, it's actually swapped. Actually,
Oh.
Wait,
Need
this
my
one's
back.
yours?
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh shit.
so
Holy shit.
Yeah. So that's a
No
little bit of
disrespect.
our.
I'm gonna
work, a little
crop
bit of
this
the-
and work out in it. Is that okay if I
yeah,
do it?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, we did the snake because of the snake pit. So
Yeah.
but that's
Hell
that's
yeah,
our
dude, thank you.
girls
Look, I have a
logo.
kitty on mine.
So,
The black cat.
yeah.
I want to look
Sweet.
at Riley, not Riley's, Bradley's.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bradley.
Yeah, we.
So you,
Oh,
guys,
look,
you
that
guys,
Bradley's
was our
is
first
sick,
logo.
too.
Yeah, that's one of our first
Aw,
logos.
dude.
Oh, you did it sideways after all?
Yeah.
you're welcome, Bradley.
How sick. I got to take a picture of this and send it to him.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just
So
kind
we
of
all
thank
can
you,
find
guys.
out about it.
kind of just do a little bit of everything just because it's what we're into. It's what we like doing. And it is sharing the love and sharing like, oh man, I love this and finding it. Because people will just go to the store and maybe they won't buy anything, but they'll be like, wow, nostalgia back in time. Like, oh man, I remember this phone. I remember this. I remember that. And then they'll go with their kids and they'll be like, I remember, what are these, And I mean, it's just something like that the community doesn't have, but needed, and something that we needed in our life too. So it comes full circle, and it really isn't just about the money. It really just isn't about the stuff. It's about everything that comes with it and about the joy of it all, man, I think, right?
Yeah, and you meet a lot of cool people
Along
out
the way.
there. Like when we've been out hunting and stuff, people have just come up, oh, what are you into? Or, I found this if you want to trade, or I'll give you this for that. And it's just meeting new people and what they're into and what they're looking for. And that's also.
So y'all made these? You make y'all's own shit?
Thank
Your
you
own
so
shirt?
much.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that's cool.
I love the color too.
Can't wait
Oh,
to
yeah.
So cute.
rip it on here for everybody to see next episode, but this probably won't come out till January. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's new year, new me.
Yeah. Well,
I'll be a different person by then.
Yeah, by then I'll be
Well,
like,
that's in like
nah.
3 weeks. So.
Pretty much, right?
Jeez.
Not even. It's like 2.5. Next week is Christmas.
Definitely be out in January.
That's weird.
Literally, next week is Christmas, and the week after that is the New Year.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, in January
Oh my God.
2022.
And that's cool. And that's the thing. I mean, I guess the future is just us hitting up Lubbock, but then also branching out to other Texas hotspots and towns. And
Would you guys
Picking
ever do
spots.
like conventions? Like, so like Lubbock has like Lubbock Con, or like Dallas has like Texas Frightmare and shit like that. Would y'all
Oh.
ever?
Lubbock's
Would
fun.
y'all ever do those?
Lubbockcon's scary, man.
Okay,
They're
we
close.
just-
They're not doing it next year.
They're not.
no, they're not.
No, because of the COVID.
Sucks. But I mean,
If we were able to, if we have enough that we think will be
would
there.
sell.
Yeah.
Because like Lubbock Con, I mean, I've never been, but like it's like pretty much just like any kind of like fandom that there is. If there's an audience for it, you can sell there.
Yeah, we're just into all the fandom.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
any pop
Literally.
culture things,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
pop culture vintage.
Would you
for
ever
sure.
go to like a flea market?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I would love to play a show at flea market. And then,
Yeah.
you know.
He's going to try to I guess you're gonna try to do a show at the.
Oh yeah, I want to sign up for
18th.
that cast because I didn't know that they had.
Yeah,
that.
he's gonna.
Oh, yeah,
because I
tell
think
us
the
what you
deadline is
Yeah.
the 15th
What kind of music you
or
play?
14th.
For that, it's gonna be kind of like psychedelic hip hop. Like I do like live looping with like an MPC and
Oh, okay.
guitar and rap and sing and things like that. So I'm like, that'd be kind of cool to show out there because it's different, it's unique. It's not just acoustic or just a band. It's like okay, and I guess that's the thing. I mean, I think just with our talents and with what we're gifted, it's like we see what is lacking or what's needed and try to fulfill that spot for it. And so, and be creative and unique as we can. And I mean, sometimes that's a lonely road to walk because it's not always successful and it's not always, going to pay the most. But I guess the journey is just kind of part of it, right?
Yeah. Just creating and being out there and doing it and
showing it to the world.
I think right now is a good time. Everybody wants to go out. Everybody wants to see shows, man. I think they've been looking for a lot of people. So now's the time to do it.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, I guess in Plainview, it is we were trying to make it a venue again and a vibe like that too. So the thing that we wanted is just the Amarillo vibe and the Lubbock vibe kind of meeting in the middle, and kind of growing from there. And that's kind of always been our dream. So we're just going to keep chipping away at that. And this is another way to do that with music, with art, with, pop culture, vintage stuff. I mean, it's just us utilizing what we have and what we can do and what we love doing. And
how much
making
business
it
y'all doing in Amarillo? I was going to ask you that. Y'all go up there, look around.
Not yet.
Yeah,
That's good.
we haven't really ventured out too much, but
I mean, I play shows there, open mics there and stuff as far as music wise. But like picking, we do pick in Amarillo. He's picked in Amarillo a little bit.
my fiance is from Amarillo, so I'm always over. I didn't really like Amarillo, to be honest. I was always a Lubbock person, but
Yeah.
but I've actually starting to. I guess it's grown on me. Like there's some.
Heard their downtown's pretty good, man. That's what I've heard.
Yeah,
That's what I've heard.
Well,
If
they
I
got
can give you
that,
any
like,
credit,
that-
Amarillo.
The barcade. They got the barcade out there.
Yeah.
It's pretty legit lit.
Yeah, and they have like I guess like the roof here in Lubbock. They have one over there in Amarillo now too. It's kind of like that.
Fuckers.
But
I mean, but it's for me. It's always I've always been I went to college WT, so it's like I've always been more of an Amarillo bands. I was doing the scene back then. So it's always been there. It's always been there for me.
Better bands go through Amarillo, I think.
I don't. Well,
because it's like the main.
A lot of people
'Cause
go
it's
through
that
Amarillo before they go to Lubbock.
Yeah.
40.
Exactly.
Fuckers.
Yeah. But I mean, well, I guess I don't know. It's a bigger city that supposedly, but I mean, I don't know. The yellow city.
It's a little bit. It feels more raj.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, we're down to I think that's the thing that y'all mentioned earlier, where you're saying, well, man, it's always the same people, at these things, and it's like we necessarily might show up all the time, or our store may always be open, but the thing is, we're always going to bring something different. We're always going to bring something new. We're always going to keep finding more stuff. So even though we might come to 17 cast block parties, it's like, bro, I promise you we're going to bring 17 different racks, or we're going to bring 17 different vinyls. We're not going to keep coming with the same stuff all the time, because that's not how we roll for ourselves. Our mind will not let us just like stick on the same things. It's like it's an addiction. It's a borderline addiction. And for him, it is full-blown addiction.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just call me out.
call him out. This is an intervention,
I'm kind of like, I'm tired of like kind of having like be scared to like not speak my mind.
Yeah.
So my mind, what I will say again, I will reiterate that. Like,
What is he gonna say?
The problem, no, not with y'all. The problem I have, and it's easy for me to critique it because I'm an outsider looking in, with the cast is it is the same shit. 2 weeks in a row, 2 weeks, every 2 weeks is the same stuff. I'm like, so that's why I'm like hoping you guys can like bring something new to it.
Yeah.
And we'll be like, oh, look at this.
But
I feel like we're like the dark of the light over there. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I felt.
I mean, and
need a
there's
little
nothing
balance.
wrong. There's nothing wrong with being the outsider. There's nothing wrong with being the underdog. I mean, I think us being from the 806, away from Lubbock, away from Amarillo, that's kind of how we're always, and there's good reason for that, I guess. But I mean, what more can we say, But that's why we're reaching out over here and going places and doing things and trying things, because we don't want to be stagnant. We don't want to have the same thing all the time over and over. And it's crazy because we have like a shirt hallway, and it's like, we'll change it every week. You know, like it's just like we just don't want it to be the same. We want it to be different. We want it because like I said, it's a instant kind of like purchase. You know, what do they call those? Spontaneous. You know, we just got to try to put things in there that kind of attract people and put them in those vibes. It's like, oh man. So I mean,
where's this store located? I'm trying to get like an idea.
It's downtown Plainview.
Old school Plain 620 Ash. It's old school like.
Does it have like an old school?
I guess our Facebook. I guess the Facebook has.
The roads are brick.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, the Facebook has the building, right? The cover.
Yeah,
I think Facebook might be logged in. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess another thing is you go to a lot of these other shops and you're gonna walk in and the price is gonna be crazy. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna be $100, $80. Like, I mean, we're gonna have a little bit of everything: new stuff, old stuff, used stuff. I mean, as far as like T-shirts, we're gonna have custom shirts. We're gonna have vintage
so I guess
shirts.
the cover photo.
Yeah, that cover photo is where that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if is it bigger when you click it or no?
I don't know. Maybe.
Jen doesn't have Facebook. She don't know what a couple photos.
No.
Oh yeah,
Facebook?
see there we go. Well, it says closed, but we were open. We just closed.
I know. Maybe we should change that to open. I was like, oh, it's closed.
Yeah, it makes
that's why nobody.
That's why nobody shows up on certain days. It's like, wait, what? Yeah, no. So it's like a brick building, and
That's really cool.
yeah. So just
I think there's a little preview on the Instagram.
well, I think she watched it earlier.
Oh,
though.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I looked at this.
Dude, you got a Lord Jim shirt? That's cool. I always wanted one of those.
Yeah, so that's our wall of just shirts, and
Yeah, and then
it's kind of fast, but it kind of grieves you like, well, what else?
Was
is
that a
there? I wanna
mystery
go.
machine in there?
Yeah, that was Lunchbox.
Tapes, VHS, CDs.
So does it make you
DVDs.
curious? I'm like, well, I didn't know what I watched, so
Yeah. Which I mean, it is kind of hard. Like, we'll see. Look at that one. We have
Yeah.
the Travis Scott merch right there.
Ooh, he's got bad rep right now.
Right there.
I know.
At the freaking all those guys.
Damn, sold
we
the
sold
Igor.
those.
If you get any Tyler the Creator albums, bro, let me know.
Yeah,
I'll buy. That's a comment.
We're gonna have.
I mean, but think about it. I mean, because that's the
thing.
thing. I mean, it's kind of like you go from Travis Scott to Nickelodeon to the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, so it's all over the place, but it's just things that we enjoy and that we love, and keeping an open mind about stuff. Like I said, the Lord's Gym too. That was an awesome tee.
That's a rare one to come by.
That's like I mean,
that's $100 shirt.
I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just the luck of the one of the draw, and it's knowing what you're looking for and just digging and
His
being
pain.
like-
Dude, that shirt's so
know.
fucking cool. Man.
and it's a 3X.
I know it's
like
a 3X.
freaking
That's
legit.
another thing that's I guess that is hard to come by is big sizes and vintage shirts. Like, to be honest, like
Oh, yeah.
people ask, oh, well, I went to your shop, but you only had extra large and lower, and it's like, well,
We were smaller back then. Sorry.
I mean, it's hard to find old vintage shit. Like, fuck.
Well, that's what we said. Even if we would have kept our stuff when we were kids, it wouldn't even fit us now because we were kids.
Yeah, it would be
So
small.
what would be the point of that?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I did keep a Dallas hat from when I was a kid, and now it's worth like so much now, but I don't know if I want to get rid of it because I'm a huge Dallas fan. Go Cowboys.
Cowboys. Shout out to them. I think I have some old football cards. Just part of the collection. I have some old 90s Cowboy stuff.
Yeah, I had to go back and put them all in
Slips.
I had a lot of them already.
I have
in.
a whole
Yeah.
binders full of that shit.
Yeah.
I used to love just putting them in there. I used to love pulling them out, looking at them,
Yeah.
putting them back in.
Because I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I had binders already, but then I had a bunch of just loose. So then I just spent a weekend and was like,
One of my few regrets in life is I got rid of my fucking Pokemon cards
oh,
that I really, 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 really. I gave them to somebody who was ungrateful, and he probably just fucking threw them away.
Man.
man.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards too, actually, both of those. I had those, and I don't have them.
Or
anymore.
he sold them for a huge profit.
Well, I hope so. I hope he did that rather than throw them away. Because damn.
And that's what's messed up about stuff that DJ shows. He's like, hey, remember when you gave me this as a kid? I'm like, no, give it back. Come on, just go ahead and give it back to me if you have it still, because I regret it. Like you said.
Yeah, he gave me a Terminator 2 action figure, Arnold Schwarzenegger action figure, and I still have it. And he's like, nah, that's mine.
Because the thing, like, he pulled it back and then the thing shot out of the thing and everything.
Out of his hand, yeah.
But yeah, the regret. I think that's a lot of the vintage game is a lot of regret. Selling it, should have sold it higher, should have sold it lower.
Shouldn't have opened it.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like, how do you find unsealed shit? Like, what the hell? Where people just got lucky and had an extra one?
Old shops get rid of their dead stock, and old video stores have old VHS.
Remember I was telling you about that? I had some like 80s baseball cards that were sealed with like 80s gum, like Topps gum. Oh. But in the transaction of moving them, they opened. So I was just like, I was so sad. I was so. Yeah. I still have one, but I lost 3 that opened up, man. Because like you're saying, like there's some like people want them sealed.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Including myself, and I was like, "Fuck!" The gum was all fucking hard as a rock. And I was like, "Damn, man!" It made me sad when that happened. I'm gonna get back into baseball collecting now.
Nice. I got some stuff.
He's already like, all right.
Well, because I think that's the part of it, like where we try to meet the middle of like high end. Let's sell a Stone Cold shirt for $120, or let's sell a Stone Cold for $45. It's like, who's it going to go to? What are they going to do with it? Is it going to spark them to just collect more stuff and to keep going? Or is
I
it
have
just
one
a thing,
Stone Cold shirt. There's another
we can make a trade. No, I was kidding. We buy, sell, trade.
I was going to ask you about that, but before I say it, there's one that was like, there's one that's like Stone Cold Beer Drinkers Club. That's one that I want.
I never even.
I want that one.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
And then there's a Marilyn Manson shirt. So there's another.
Why are you saying that?
He's like he's like him as Willy Wonka talking to a kid. I can't remember what he said.
Oh, well, because that's that first album, Smells Like Children.
Yes. Those are the shirts I want.
That's a hard one to come by.
I bet.
But how do trades work in this business? Like, is it just whatever you're willing to give up, or are you like?
Yeah, because I'm trying to get something right now, but I'm willing to trade, whatever I have to get what I want. So it may be something that's
you never know what's on the other side. I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess you
don't know what cards they're playing with, and then what's the purpose they want to get rid of it, or what is that the thing you're saying? Or what?
I mean, do they come to your store with stuff ready to trade, or is it?
Yeah, box of stuff. Sometimes it's, to be honest, some of it's junk, and they want to come in and it's like, well, I want that. I just have all this, and I'm like, put some cash on it maybe, and I don't know. It's just, I guess.
I just wondered how the trade
game is hard. The shoe game is hard.
You guys into shoes?
No. We are, but we're not like, and that's the thing that we're trying to put out there, because we have a lot of friends we have a lot of friends that are, but we're not even trying to go that route because it's
expensive.
But I mean, we've traded like what Jordans for a PS4 and then PS4 back for Jordans again.
Yeah,
no, I was kidding.
People have donated Jordans. I mean, it's all.
Those are some other ones that I would pay good money for. Some like 85 Jordans if they were like
the threes.
The ones, man.
Are you
the ones?
Oh,
you can. Is this gonna be on? Choose a cigarette. Okay.
Nah, you're good. Nah, I don't really want some 85s.
We only smoke CBD on the show.
Yeah, this is like that.
It's Delta 8.
It's
legal here.
Oh, Delta 8 till January.
Oh, it's Delta 8. I told you.
Don't make it any more obvious.
I know. Anyway, I mean, that's the hardest thing about having a store in Plainview. Customers, people, the things you're selling. Demographics. So it's an uphill battle, but I think that's why, we wanted to stress, like you said, with the Depop. I mean, it's going to be a lot more of our high-end stuff on the Depop just because it's easier to sell that way. As far as like in person, it's just like, man, yeah.
Especially on Depop, it's like you search for a specific thing. So you will find that specific thing for a price.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, whatever people are into. I mean, I just try to get to know someone, hear what they're talking about, and just be like, yeah, I might have something, and it's not, like I said, it's not a money thing. It's just like, I have something that could give you joy. It's brought me joy. let's just spread it around,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think that's really cool about those things too. It's just like finding like community in it, but also just meeting like like-minded people who are also nerdy about the same shit that you're nerdy about. That's why I
the main
like
point.
conventions or like, I mean, like Instagram, like the horror community is kind of like uppity sometimes, but like you find some cool.
Do you know
fucking
Scary
people.
Movie Girl?
Scary Movie Girl.
No, you don't know.
She's a really big VHS collector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
VHS girl.
Is it
No,
GURL
look,
or GIRL?
I'll say this girl's like
She's got a really cool VHS collection. Like, look at her.
12,000 followers, dude. She's in it.
Hold
Wow.
on, we'll see. Look at her fucking VHS collection. How cute, a little sparkly
Dang.
hearts.
Yeah.
Her and her dude are.
They were
like,
all
huge.
$1 each.
Her and her dude are like VHS collectors.
And we were just talking. Oh, y'all are the ones that were talking. I was like, we were just talking about if we'd have a skeleton in the store.
Oh.
That was you. Y'all were saying that.
But a real human cadaver.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And follow her dude, Dumb VHS. His stuff is private, but he also has like a lot of VHS shit. I don't know. It's almost like appealing just to see the stacks.
Like, I hope this doesn't come across as bad, but one of the more appealing things about Instagram is you see like people's perspective. Like, you get to see them live their life. One of the interesting things I think about her is like watching her son, who's like a kid, like a fucking
He's
toddler,
like into horror.
fucking like loving horror. That's pretty
Loving
cool.
Michael Myers.
Yeah,
and
that's really
pretending
cool.
to be him.
I thought that was really cool to like see on her Instagram. So that's why I was like,
Yeah.
People live different lives, and it's like, again, it's one of those things. Like, horror is like fucking huge. Like, the fans are, there's a lot of them.
But it's like,
you
I
guys
was
are-
that kid that like
You
loved
were-
shit like that. So it's just really cool. Like, there's still like little ones that are like, they're gonna love shit like that. I mean, cool. I think it's cool.
I mean, that was me with baseball. So I mean, I feel you.
Yeah.
That's shout out to Yano Cubano.
yeah,
It looks
every
pretty good.
we all have geek out on that,
Yeah, they were on this. They were on the podcast. This last one I released, the Cuban lady.
Oh, nice. It's a Cuban sandwich.
Yeah, I don't know why that's on there. Was she at Tech today?
Oh yeah, sandwich.
Oh, Amanda
Oh yeah,
J.
the Sammy. Yeah, the Sammy.
She's an influencer. Shout out to Cowgirls Eat.
Sweet.
That's my girl.
Shout out. Oh, she reviewed it.
Damn.
Yeah, she's my
Oh.
friend. I like her. I think I'm gonna start reviewing food.
Right? He's like, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, because it's just
Not
like,
to
yeah,
disparage
yeah.
you, Amanda, because you're really good at what you do. But I want to do it just for funsies.
You
And I
gotta
like
do a
Is she like
segment.
is she like somebody like official like in like
She's trying to be, yeah,
how
around here in Dallas.
Okay.
Like, she does like giveaways
So
for
like what makes you
You're just-
like a food reviewer, like a good
I've
one?
eaten food my whole life.
because I'm with you. I eat food. I love food. Maybe she,
I think it's just confidence.
yeah, and she, maybe just she's more like, I want to say quote unquote professional about it. Maybe
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, she's like legit though. She's like one of the few legit ones here.
What did she
Like they
do?
give
Like
you a
a
blind test, and
That's what I
you
was
have
gonna say.
Go to her
it's like,
Instagram, will you, please?
what is this
Instagram.
ingredient? And then
Oh yeah.
Well, she's pretty big on TikTok too, so that might.
Because you
be-
know how you see those guys that do the album reviews and they're like, or the first listen, they're like,
Well, that's
damn
kinda
it,
like
how
with
hard.
the-
And that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna take a bite and be like, oh my
That's
god.
kind of what, like the VHS, like you're saying, people will rate it. Like, what gives them the authority to
Yeah.
rate VHS? I don't know. They just
The
do
market,
it.
like I said, it's just
Yeah.
whatever people will pay for it. I guess that's what's always in the back of my mind is like how much is this worth? Whatever anybody will pay for it, or however much I'll let it go for, you know. And
I think a lot too, like you said, though, the confidence. Like, I'm a fucking food reviewer. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do this shit. So
I know,
you can
yeah,
listen
you got to
to me.
have some clout somehow. You just got to
Yeah.
build it. I
Yeah,
guess
that's the problem is building.
I guess it's just, and I think that's, I mean, you know, that's kind of like, we're not coming on here trying to be like, oh man, we've been in the game. Like, we're letting y'all know. Like,
I told you, I didn't even know they were doing it.
We're starting out. We're just doing it. The beginning of the year, it's like, yo, let's get this going, and we're learning along the way. But our hearts are in the right place, and you know, if we're not going to do it now, who's going to do it? You know, and it's like we want to build that rapport, that foundation of like, man, I know these guys have good VHS. Oh man, I know these guys have some good stuff, and that's the thing that we're trying to build. It's not just we have stuff. It's like we have good stuff. We have your stuff. You know what I mean?
What's like the demographic of y'all's customers right now? Is it different? Just doesn't. It's not really one particular group of people, age group, nothing. Just
I don't think so.
I mean,
Just all
it's
come
I guess it's our age, right?
No, I don't like to put a box on people.
I'm just saying, like, we're all like eternal. If you think of it.
Because I was what I was getting to is like, is there like a young crowd of people like in plain
yes
in plain view?
Like,
Well,
find like younger ones
I
like
have a-
searching.
Yeah, well, we don't not necessarily that.
Because I'm with you. I don't want to put a box on it, but there is like these group of
Okay,
people that
I
do
feel
like
we have
these things.
that's the thing that I guess that's weird. Is like
yeah.
we have all ages, all kinds of people come up, and
For instance,
they're all just
Well, we had a Christmas parade on our street,
Love that.
and one of the things that we sold was a scream mask to like he had to have been like 7 or 8.
yeah.
Like he was in there and he was looking around and he was with his parents and stuff. And then he comes back later. He's like, I want the scream mask. We're like, okay, cool. And we're like, man, we forgot to put that out. We just had it there. We're just like, I don't know, because we have horror cheese and stuff. So we just left it out, I think. So he gets his parents to buy it. Then this dude puts the scream mask on and then puts the Santa Claus and it was like Scream Claus. It was so awesome, you know? And he was just like, standing on the car or his dad's shoulders or whatever, and the parade's going by, and he's just like, and we're like, yes, dude, we did that. Like, we did that. And we changed our lives, but we changed his life. But it was just him being
Just being like,
It's a new fan,
cool.
man.
I like that. And I don't even know if he knew who Scream was.
He's gonna go. I was gonna say he's gonna go home and watch it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
He's
try
have
to say
nightmares.
like we're not responsible for the next serial killer or anything.
You're responsible for his nightmares.
Because I don't know if it's a glow in the dark screen mask or not, but I don't know.
I got a scream mask. I don't know if it's any worth anything.
The blood one or what? Like
I want the one with his tongue sticking out. I've been fucking trying to find that motherfucker.
that's gonna be expensive one.
Yeah, I've been trying to find that one.
We can make one. We'll get into clay making now.
I was gonna do it if I could have found it. I was gonna do this Halloween podcast with it, but I couldn't find it.
Is it even out there?
I don't even know.
It's
so
like
funny.
150.
I couldn't. No, I couldn't even find it. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't even know where to look. eBay didn't even have it. So I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe everybody had the same idea as me at that point.
Well, that's what makes it like you can make it, because if everyone has the same idea, then you can make it, and then people buy it. But and I think that's a lot of like the culture, the society. You just kind of gauge it. And do people like Nickelodeon now? Did they not? I mean, I don't know. We don't know. But we're not afraid to put it out there. And I think that's the biggest part is like once you start showing yourself or putting yourself out to the world, and that's when everybody, like you said, you build your tribe or you meet the community that you're interested in just by putting it out there. And we don't know really. We're just doing what we love doing. It's not like we want this end goal or end game,
Damn, I was gonna ask you what your.
Oh, was that the final question?
No, I was just gonna
I
ask.
was kidding. We have no final end goal.
What's your I was gonna ask you what's your idea of like 5-10 years from now? You guys looking at
Alive. The 23rd booster.
no.
Oh, get off that topic.
No. Yeah, man, that'll get us kicked off. No, you don't have any. You're just going.
Yeah, day by day. I that's what I'm doing. Just going with it to see.
It's planting a seed and planting the flag and seeing who's going to pick it up. I mean, I think at the end of the day, if you're going to ask me what was the purpose of my life or the things I did, I just planted the seeds and I planted the flags and I wanted people to take them and run with it and make the community better, make the world better. Because I lived in other cities and bigger cities and chose to come back and, start these little things that we're trying to do and studios and venues and, art museums and, stores, pop culture, vintage stores. So if all else fails, that's all that it really was, is like to have something there for people to look up to or to look into and to learn from. Right. I mean,
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, that's all it is for me as far as that goes, because it's tough. I mean, it's like y'all show. You got to promote it. You got to make the things. You got to record it. You got to, it's a 24-hour day thing when you're really coming up with the segments and the artwork and topics and all the stuff you guys have. So it's great to talk to you guys and meet you guys for
I
sure.
think
Yes,
the
it's awesome.
term planting the seed is like perfect because it's almost like you said you can go to a bigger city and do whatever, but you choose to come back, to your roots. But it's almost like you guys have like this certain interest and like this certain passion about it. You guys are going to attract somebody who's going to build a new obsession or build a new hobby, or they're going to pour themselves into it. So it's almost like if Dallas or Austin or these big places have these like huge demographics of places like that, why can't Plainview have one? Why can't Lubbock have that? You know, like,
Yeah, that's what I've always said. Why not?
you know, it's almost like, we can go to bigger cities to attend these things, but why not bring it home? Because there's a crowd here for it.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely. That's the vibe. That's the 806
awesome.
way of life.
Except for Amarillo, but that is the 806. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they have a different way of life. But yeah.
Got a beef to pick with you guys out there in the Amarillo
I don't-
area. They're gonna
Amarillo?
kill me. Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
they're
I
gonna
don't.
kill me.
And I'm not involved in the
Amarillo's-
beef. I'm not involved in the beef.
They're gonna kill me. That's what I'm saying. I'm not
I
going over there anymore.
know.
Fuck that
I
shit.
know. Why are you
Just kidding,
you need
Amarillo.
to-
Love you guys.
Do you?
You guys are part of the 806 too.
He's like, Tahoka, you're next.
I forget how people don't realize how big the 806 is. It's like
It's
huge.
spread out.
It's very big, and it's a lot of towns.
That's what I'm saying. It's spread out. And I think that's the thing. I mean, if we could I guess like you said, 5-10 years. I mean, if DJ and I could have a show where like we're the American pickers, you know? And we're driving around all the 806 areas to
Dude, that'd
people's
be
places
cool.
getting stuff or wherever we go. Because I think it'd be great. Because I mean, I love Slobby's World from Generation Cool in Arizona. He had a show on Netflix, and you know, there's a lot of other stuff that I've watched, like reality show based. That's based on that stuff. But that would be fun for us. And this is the start. Being on YouTube, being recorded.
There you go.
Because we've always tried to do the podcast thing, but it just ended up us like talking, recording ourselves talking,
Yeah.
and we're like, nah, harsh vibes on that. That's good.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's just
I don't know.
No,
man.
because we go
You got
too
too
deep. We go
dark.
too
Yeah,
deep. We
you
go
got
too dark.
dark,
So this
true.
is great to just be like, yeah, we can just stay on the level, you know, not be too real. Because you don't always have to tell the truth on podcasts.
Wait.
No, I was kidding. No, I was joking. Okay, I can tell the truth. Okay, well, here we go. No, I was kidding.
He discredited this whole podcast. Just
No, it was
Damn
just it was a joke about like just I don't know, being too true or like saying stuff that's like, whoa, why did you say that? Making it awkward. Because that's what we do when we have our podcast. It's like, oh, delete that immediately. Why did you say that? Like, oh well,
I feel that every
don't know.
podcast.
But no, you're freaking awesome.
Did you say I was awesome?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You guys are
I was
freaking
like, damn, I
awesome.
didn't hear that.
The snake pit. That's what I'm saying. If you need me to do a voice drop, do that.
Oh, is that what you're asking?
Yeah. The snake pit.
Damn.
Nah.
It'd be lame if it was my voice. It'd be cool if it was yours.
I don't know.
You do it. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
I'll let you do it. It'd be lame if I did it.
The snake pit. No, I was kidding.
Damn,
No,
dude.
it's just funny, man. It's just like, it's awesome. It's good.
I do appreciate you guys coming all the way from Plainview to do this. I had a good time talking to you guys.
yeah, it was good.
That was good.
We'll have to see if we can get you guys connected with people here.
Yeah.
If I can. I don't know. We'll try.
We'll be there that Saturday. We'll see.
Yeah, either way, if we get,
You're going to be there?
If we get accepted or not, I mean, we'll see.
we're still gonna try to.
Yeah. I mean,
Be
we're not
around.
like being like, we're going to get officially, they're going to let, I mean, we don't know.
I mean, that area is just cool. It's cool hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
People are pretty cool.
Yeah,
I mean, if they don't let us like in the block party, we're going to be like, there's going to be a blue element like a block away. And the back's going to be up. And there's a little table there. We're going to be selling over there. So we're going to be at the cast block party, or we're going to be a block away in my car selling stuff.
There you go.
Just in case y'all want to find the vibes. But no. Sorry.
I wish I could put this out before then, but it's fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He's like, this is gonna be January. Well then we'll catch you guys up maybe. January.
You guys should check out First Friday. Those are always cool. Have you ever been to those?
I mean, well, because we used to work on that Saturday morning, so it was like Fridays are like, don't do anything. But I've been to some, and I've done some of the like the Blanca stuff, the art alley. I've been in some bands that have played some of those.
Who are some of the bands?
Well, still Satellite. That was the one I was in. So we played at the first one, and then the alley one, and then that was it. But
I remember that Tornado Alley one.
yeah, that
Is that the one you're talking about? Did you ever go to that one?
I think I might.
Well, we were the one like playing like where it was like we were in the freaking garage, and then like it was cool. You might be on the video because we have a video on Instagram, but you might be in it. No, I was kidding. But no, it's just I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. We're just connecting all the generations together and the people, and I think art and things are timeless. So hopefully, if like you said, other people can sell our stuff for us, or be like, we bought this from them, so that means that it's worth this much.
That'll be cool. That's all you can do. Just, you guys got any final words for the people out there? Where can they follow y'all? Where can they check you guys out if they haven't heard already? Give us some last minute words real quick, man, before we get you guys out of here.
If we're still around in January 2022,
in the first week of January.
find us. No,
Just browse it. Go check it out. I mean, if
Rewind.
you're curious,
yeah, Rewind Tees.
it's not gonna hurt. It's free looks.
Yeah, looking is free.
If you're in Plainview, there you go. Or whenever
Get our online stuff going.
Depop.
Rewind tees.
or whenever there's vintage, because they're doing a lot more of those vintage like pop-ups. So hopefully you guys can get in on those. Go check them out.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having
Yeah,
us.
man.
For
Thanks for being on. Thanks again for driving all the way over here.
Oh,
Jen, you got anything to say?
Thank you for the shirt.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's like, y'all are cool. This was fun. I had fun this one.
I knew you would.
Yay.
Snake Pit Pod and everything. Thank you guys. We'll see you guys.
later. Thanks.